This DVD provides viewers with a look at each of the 3 Better Beginnings project sites and the programs that they provide. Although programs at the Better Beginnings, Better Futures project sites primarily serve children aged 4 to 8 and their families, there are programs provided to both younger and older children, which can be seen in the video. This DVD begins with an introduction and history of the Better Beginnings, Better Futures initiative, and then describes the different components or facets of Better Beginnings in 6 different sections. These sections are programs, research, resident participation, engaging community partners, project organization and management, working with government and other funders. There is also written material that accompanies the DVD in the form of a toolkit, which includes these same sections. Please visit the Better Beginnings, Better Futures website for further information on ordering supplementary materials. In the 1980s, Dr. Dan Offord and his colleagues at McMaster University published a study of children's mental health, indicating that emotional or behavioral problems affect 1 out of 6 children in Ontario. The study also found that the children at greater risk of developing these difficulties include those whose families live in socioeconomically disadvantaged neighborhoods. In an effort to prevent childhood behavioral and emotional problems, the Ontario Ministry of Community and Social Services decided to investigate various ways of helping children grow and develop in a healthy manner. A group of researchers and experts joined together and recommended a program called Better Beginnings, Better Futures.
At the end of the 1980s, the Ministry of Community and Social Services decided that it really wanted to explore the idea of preventing bad things from happening to children, rather than waiting until there was a crisis that required some sort of an intervention. It was a difficult conclusion for the ministry to support, because the Ministry of Community and Social Services was responsible for things like child welfare, children's aid societies, social assistance, and so on. And there, as always in those programs, it seems like there's never enough money to go around and do everything that needs to be done for children and families. But they decided that if they never explored the idea of preventing bad things from happening to children, they would always be short of money and never be able to spend as much on helping children out of problems. So they decided they wanted to get in front of these types of problems. And they said, we really need to look for our own type of model that we thought would work for us. So at that point, we pulled together 25 well-recognized researchers and program directors from across Ontario to become what we called then the Technical Advisory Group, to look at all of the literature on prevention programs and come up with this model for Ontario, what has now become the Better Beginnings, Better Futures model.
A program designed to provide an overall approach to strengthen children, families, and communities. It's also designed for easy implementation and for the use of everyone in a community. Better Beginnings, Better Futures consists of high-quality children's programs that have been planned locally by a strong group of parents and community residents working hand in hand with local staff, educators, and service providers.
We differ in a number of ways. Community engagement, the integrated approach, being in a hub already, and now they are just talking about that we've been there a long time, and the research component and quality.
It's a distinctive approach in that it transcends bureaucratic boundaries and provides an equal voice to parents and residents in designing and implementing programs to benefit children.
Better Beginnings is a community-based, community-owned initiative.
Because of its comprehensive approach and its ability to prevent many different types of problems, Better Beginnings, Better Futures was supported by 3 provincial ministries. The first project of its kind, it's now in operation in 3 low-income communities, serving children ages 4 to 8 and their families. Better Beginnings, Better Futures is in 4 elementary schools in Cornwall, as well as the Highfield School neighborhood in Etobicoke, a suburb of Toronto, and the Flour Mill and Donovan neighborhoods in Sudbury.